Hello, dear students. Welcome to this e-class. And we begin with the first chapter of History Theme 1 from the beginning of time. Let's know something about this chapter. It traces the beginning of human existence 5.6 million years ago, when the first human-like creatures appeared on Earth's surface. After this, several forms of humans emerged and then became extinct. Human beings resembling us originated about 160,000 years ago. During this long period of human history, people obtained food by gathering, hunting, scavenging, and so on. They learned to make stone tools, they learned to communicate. Even today, hunting gathering societies continue to exist in some parts of the world. Let's know some of the sources to understand early human history. Human fossils, stone tools, cave paintings. These are some of the preliminary sources to understand the early human history. You all must be familiar with the term fossils. Fossils are the remains or the impressions of a very old plant, animal, or human which have turned into stone. Often these are embedded in rocks and preserved for millions of years. Fossils can be dated either through direct chemical analysis or indirectly by dating the sediments in which they are buried. Only after fossils are dated, human evolution can be worked out. This is one of the animal fossils. You must have seen such kind of images elsewhere also. Opinions of the scholars across the world. It is quite interesting to know that about 200 years ago, many scholars were reluctant to accept that these fossils and other finds like stone tools, cave paintings, these were actually connected with any early forms of humans. Actually, all these scholars believed in the Old Testament of the Bible, which regarded human origin as an act of creation by God. In August 1856, workmen who were quarrying for limestone in the Neander Valley near the German city of Dusseldorf found a skull and some skeletal fragments. These were handed over to Karl Fulroth, who was a local schoolmaster and a natural historian, who realized that they did not belong to modern human. Now, what did Karl Fulroth do? He then made a plaster cast of the skull and sent it to Hermann Schaffhausen, who was a professor of anatomy at Bonn University. The next year, both Karl Fulroth and Hermann Schaffhausen they jointly published a paper claiming that the skull represented a form of human that was extinct. At that time, scholars did not accept this view and declared that the skull belonged to a person of more recent times. And let's have a look at the Neander Valley of Germany, which is near to the city of Dusseldorf, where the workmen who were working in the limestone quarry had found the skull and the skeletal fragments of early man who was supposed to be belonging to the species Neanderthal man, which we'll be seeing in next lecture.